Hello, Taurus. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Taurus is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free, doesn't cost anything. If there is something you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Taurus, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we start with a Queen of Cups. That's a lot of feeling, right? That's a real depth of experience, maybe a depth of meaning here. Yeah, really deep soul desires going on there. Well, let's see what else is going on. Let's put that into some context. Ooh, Empress. Very nice. Very, very nice. It's, it feels like you know what you want, and you're going to get it, right? It feels like you know what your ideal life should be, will be, and you are manifesting that, okay? This is also really between these two. I feel like there's a lot of healing going on here, okay? Yeah, see, Nine of Swords. We are healing from something. We've got a Nine of Swords. We have a Seven of Pentacles. But we've got, Prince of Pentacles. That's one of your superpower cards. This is the builder, right? This is the Taurus energy. And we got the Four of Swords. I feel like we're healing from something. We're forgiving something. Okay. I almost wonder if there's some maternal energy in your life that we feel kind of gave us a disadvantage. Started us off in the wrong way or put us on the wrong path or something, right? Hindered us in some way. I feel like we're getting over that. I feel like we're forgiving that. Okay, Four of Swords. Five of Swords. Maybe not yet, but Four of Cups. We're trying to, right? We're getting there. We're starting a new path toward love and abundance. I wonder if this is a family reunion. I wonder if this is a reconciliation with someone. Okay, and I wonder if this is us taking ownership of our own life and rebuilding something that didn't work. Maybe there's a relationship with an older female energy, a maternal kind of energy in your life. Or we could look at it as you're the Empress and you know, there is, well, either way, I feel like there's somebody in your life that we're kind of forging that bond with again. Yeah. You see the Seven of Pentacles. Didn't work out the first time, really. Maybe we've been estranged from our family. Maybe from some, maybe it's more of a romantic partner, a spouse or something. Could be. But I feel like there's been distance. I feel that it's kind of, it's been a relationship that has been kind of on ice for a while. But maybe we're reconnecting with that person. Maybe we're realizing that it's just not worth the pain of the separation, right? It's just, maybe we're finding a way to just get over it. And I know that's not very sensitive. But I feel like there's a lot underneath the surface here that still smarts, right? Something that's still rather painful. Now, this could be that pain of separation. Yeah. But this could be those issues that we kind of feel, that animosity that we still feel, and we don't like holding on to this. Yeah. We don't like feeling this way. So we're going to have this conversation. We're going to do whatever we have to do so that we stop feeling this. We feel like it's still poking at us. It's still cutting, right? And rather than having that Nine of Swords and having that kind of more destructive energy, We're ready to get back to building. We want to build something up. And maybe this really involves us kind of forgiving, letting go of some things, letting the past be in the past, whatever this was. Okay. Rather than holding on to all of this pain right now, which I don't know how this is serving you. So I feel that there's this kind of, well, we can either be constructive and we can build or rebuild, or we could just keep feeling this. Okay. Of course, the decision is yours. And I think between the 4 and the 5 of swords here, you kind of go back and forth in what you're feeling and what you're thinking about this situation. Okay. I think some days we kind of feel like, yeah, I just, I'm going to reach out. I want to get over it. I want to make contact again. Maybe I'm going to give my parents a call, or give my sibling a call, or that long lost friend, or maybe I'm going to call my ex or the spouse, or whoever it is. Maybe it's a friend, Then other days we just feel like, no, I'm not quite ready to let go of these swords yet. All right, let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. It's a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. Well, there was a volunteer. That's not the mystery card. That's the Page of Cups. That's the Page of Cups. This is the mystery card. Mr. Ed will keep an eye on it. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need. Now, if at any point during this program you feel like you might know what that card is, I want you to put your prediction down in the comments. Yeah, let's do it together. Let's make it an interactive exercise of intuition. Yeah. Now we have that Page of Cups that volunteered, and this is a card that's reminding us that we have to dream. Right? This card's reminding us that we do want things. We are on this path of manifesting, our life and our future, and the things that we dream about, the things that we want. We have to desire things. We have to feel things again. We have to get on with things. We have to keep moving. We have to get this water energy moving. Right? Page, Princess of Cups, water energy. Needs to be, it's kind of an ice cube. It's a 4 of Cups. Needs to be broken up, needs to melt, needs to flow. So maybe in this case, the 4 of Cups is us not forgiving and forgetting, but us remaining kind of on ice, cold and hard, not open, not flowing. And maybe the 4 of Swords is the same thing. Maybe the 4 of Swords and the 4 of Cups, these are more avoidance, right? Maybe we need the motion. Maybe we need to talk about and admit how we felt about this 7, 9, 5, 3, right? Active numbers. They're odd numbers. Odd numbers are the function cards. The even numbers are kind of solid states, right? So we don't want the solid state of things, because this is frozen in time and space. Things aren't moving. We even have the Ace, right? The fundamental movement of the universe. The first whirlings of new ideas and new prospects and new actions, new activities, the new path forward. Well, that's the difficulty, right? This is the position of what is difficult for us. First step, the first movement. And it's kind of like maybe we're waiting for the other person to make the first move for this, or toward this reconciliation, or this coming back together, right? A reunion. The first step's always the hardest, right? The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step, and that step is the hardest one to take. After that, it gets a little bit easier, because at least we have a little bit of momentum. The major arcana card, all we got is that Empress. In some ways, it's saying that, yeah, this is that situation. It may be family. There's a closeness. There's a love here. There's a connection here that it is meaningful to you, right? And maybe we want to get back to this ideal state, and maybe sometimes we realize that we have to sacrifice a little bit. Sometimes we have to feed our life, feed our ideal with a little part of ourself. We have to let something go. Right? Otherwise, I think we're just not going to be happy. We're just going to feel miserable. 9 of Swords underneath all this. But at least the 9 of Swords says, at least I feel something, right? But what you might be doing is, since you don't want to feel the 9 of Swords, that we're just going into feeling and thinking and saying nothing. In order to avoid this, this is still here, right? Just because we cover that up, it's still there. Perhaps what we need is movement. Perhaps what we need to do is say, yeah, okay, this didn't work out. Something unfortunate happened. There was some sort of a falling out, some sort of an estrangement. But it is in the past. It happened. Let's focus on building. What things can we do in the positive sense? Proactive. Not stagnant, not isolating, not avoiding, not frozen. What can we do in a positive way to start taking steps toward the life that we want, the emotional fulfillment that we want? Even the 3 of Cups is a card of family, a card of celebration, a card of coming together, a card of the union between 2 things, 2 people, resulting in something that's bigger than the both of us. 2 people come together. It's not just 2 people. Now it's a family, right? Now it's something. Now 1 + 1 equals more than 2, right? And so there is that family component. There is that connectedness. There is that abundance. And the 3 of Cups is all about forgiveness and kindness and love, and really recognizing the potential here. As try not to use any curse words here. As bad as we feel, maybe the pain of not having this union, this family, this friendship, this life, maybe that hurts more, right? And maybe that's something that we really are, maybe that's something we kind of need to look at. We've got the Queen of Cups here. This is emotional transparency. This is about smoothing out the veil so we can see through it a little bit better. This is cleaning the glass and make sure that there's no water spots on there, And so maybe we have to look at this and think, okay, why do I feel so terrible? Is what happened, does that warrant the way I feel now? And then what do I do about that? How do we let this go? Now, I'm not saying that you have to reconcile with this person. You don't have to. But what do you do to get back to your 3 of Cups life, to get back to your Page of Cups and your Power card, your Prince? How do you get back to being the best version of yourself? How do we let this go, whether that means reconciliation or not? 5 of Swords, we need to get some thoughts happening. We need to get the energy moving around again so that we can clear out these 9 swords and we don't feel that way anymore. We can get back to our best life, our best self, build this future of ours. So what do we have to do? Got to clear the air in some way. We need to talk about it, maybe not to that person, but to someone. Even to ourselves, to our higher self, true self, our guardian angel, ancestors, maybe a professional. Because this situation, whatever it was, is still lingering in your life. And it's preventing us from continuing on with the building of our life, the building of our success, and the taking those steps into the future. It's hindering this next step for you. We can only do this avoidance. We can only do this 4 of Swords, 4 of Cups for so long. Okay, before this kind of increases and makes itself more and more known. It is an active card. It is a 9. So the 4 and the 4, well, that's still only an 8. 9, more powerful than that. It's going to break through eventually. We might be able to ignore it, push it aside, but eventually it's going to come. And it's going to disrupt your life again. So we've got to process this in whatever way we need to, but we have to do something. 5 of Swords. All right. I want to do a Metatron Oracle card. See if this gives us any insight into what's going on. See, there is a way to move past this and get happy again, right? To have that abundance, have that love flowing again. With or without this person, that's not really the issue, I don't think. For some of you, it might mean reconciliation. For some of you, it might mean absolutely not. See what we have. Duality, balance needed. We've got the yin, the yang, the duality. Balance is needed. Balance. Well, how does that apply here? Right? Maybe we feel balanced already, and we feel balanced by icing it down, by ignoring it, by avoidance, right? But avoidance isn't balance. Right? Because avoidance is so off balance that eventually it's going to be irreconcilable, right? It's going to just come and it's going to exert its influence in our lives. It's going to come up from the unconscious, and it's really going to disrupt things. This Nine of Swords is going to turn into a tower. Okay? So we do need balance. We need the flow. We need things moving again. Because things have been locked up and iced up and frozen for so long that in order to balance that out, what do we need? We need movement. We need more movement, not less. Right now the scales are like this. When we want balance, we've got to have a little bit of conversation, a little bit of movement, a little bit of introspection, action, positive, proactive steps forward. We don't need less motion. We need more motion in order to have that balance, right? The yin and the yang, yeah? Any force that culminates, that gets to its extreme, is going to naturally become the other force. So I feel like we've done all of this for so long that it's naturally now time for it to start moving again. Things have been stagnant. Now it's time for motion. It's kind of the natural process. And maybe that's kind of saying that, hey, it's been long enough. We've been ignoring this, denying it, avoiding it. We've been not talking for long enough. Maybe now it's time to talk again. Maybe this is the natural progression of energy where the fours they've come, they've held their ground for a while, but now it's time for their energy to give way to the active cards, right? Because there are more active cards here than these, but these fours are just, they're holding fast. They're not ready to go away and break free yet. Let's also do an angel number. And I think the duality too that we see here is also what I was saying between the 4 and the 5, where some days we're just like, well, maybe I'll give them a call. Then other days we're like, no, F them. I'm not going to talk to them. There's no way I'm going to call them, right? And so we're still very much affected by this situation. As much as we maybe feel like we are avoiding it, we're just refusing to look at it, right? And anytime we get this little push that maybe we can reconcile, then automatically it's just no. See what our angel 1001, spiritual awakening, new beginnings, right here, new beginning, personal development, prioritizing creativity, yep, heading in the right direction, yep, moving forward, right, active energy, a new phase in a religious or spiritual quest. You're going through a spiritual awakening, which can feel like the dark night of the soul. You're on the path to enlightenment, and this too shall pass. Okay, now we're using the analogy of a falling out with a friend or a family member or a loved one or something. But this really could be any kind of situation that failed, that didn't work out, and we're still smarting from it, right? And we're trying to work on getting past this, of reconciling the energy and of moving forward, right? And we're using the analogy of it being that other person, but it doesn't necessarily have to be, okay? I want to look at the mystery card now. I'm hoping this is some good water energy, right? I'm maybe a 6 of cups. That would be ideal right now. But I don't know if we're there yet, right? Hopefully not a tower. Maybe the Wheel of Fortune. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. Page of Swords. Okay. Page of Swords. We're starting to hold the sword. We're starting to swing it around a little bit. We're trying to learn how to do it again. We're getting there. We're easing into the communication or the thought or the expression of this energy in order to get things cleared away. In order to clear the air, whether it's just within ourselves or between somebody else. We're starting to do it, right? The Page of Swords is someone who's in training, someone who just now picked up the sword and doesn't really know how to hold it right, certainly doesn't know how to swing it, doesn't have good technique, right? It's just learning, but is there to learn, is showing up. I may be terrible at this right now, but I'm showing up every day because I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to learn how to do this, right? And this might be that conversation that's like, I don't know how to talk about it. I don't know how to deal with these feelings or with these circumstances. I don't know how to handle failure or rejection or this kind of estrangement or falling out. I don't know what I'm doing. But I'm here, I'm showing up, and I'm trying. And I'm learning. And I'm open to this, right? Because that is at least us taking that difficult first step. The first day at a new job is always the most difficult, especially if it's something you've never done before or something we're not familiar with. But once we show up after that first day, it's like, all right, I can do this, you know? So this might not be another person. This Seven of Pentacles might not be a falling out with a person. This could be job related. It could be something to do with your career, your work. It could be something to do with your creative. It could be something that you were building that really didn't work out. Okay? Whatever it is. It could be something abstract, it could be something concrete. But I think this is a very good first step. This is a very productive first day. If only to just like figure out how to get there, where to park the car, and who we're supposed to go talk to. You know, the first day is on the job, you're kind of just learning where the break room is and learning like, you know, who you're supposed to report to and what your uniform is and all that kind of stuff, right? Just learning the very, very basics. But that's usually the most difficult part. Is just getting familiar with those surroundings again. This is a very good first step. Now we're going to do an extended reading too if you want to stick around. There is a link up here in the corner. There's also one down below in the video description. New readings for Taurus every Monday and Friday. This is a bonus reading. Obviously I just woke up and I thought I'd come into the studio and do a quick bonus for you. I feel like you're overdue for a bonus, and I kind of have the prompting from Spirit that we need a little bit of encouragement to take that first step and to show up on that first day, you know. So here we are. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free, does not cost you anything. And leave a comment, let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.